God moves in one of two ways: naturally and supernaturally. Now, both of them are supernatural, but they work differently. The first way is supernatural. Supernatural is when God sprinkles whoopee dust from on high, and you see healing instantaneously. You see restoration happen in a moment. God moves, and immediately there's a recovery of your health. There's a recovery of your sobriety. There's a recovery of your finances. There's a recovery of those very things that you've been crying out to the Lord for. And so the the first way he does it is supernatural. He does it instantaneously. Now the other way is naturally. Now it is no less supernatural than the supernatural way, but the natural way takes place in a process. In other words, your condition will begin to turn around. Things will begin to change as of then. Your situation and even that which you're struggling with, the tide will begin to change. Now I'm going to give you an example of this. Do you recall when Jesus and the disciples were on the boat crossing the other side, and Jesus was down at the bottom of the boat sleeping? And a great tempest, a storm, hit the boat. It sounded like a hurricane, so much so that the disciples, whom many of which were experienced fishermen, were freaked out. And they went down at the bottom of the deck and awakened Jesus and said, "Don't you care about us? Don't you care about what's going to happen to us? Don't you care that we might die?" The Bible says that Jesus wiped the sleep from his eyes and went topside and looked at the storm and spoke directly to it, saying, "Peace, be still." Stop it, in other words. And immediately the storm ceased. You see, Jesus was making a point. You see, he can calm your storm at any time. But sometimes he may be looking for you to ride it out. You see, Jesus was in the same storm, but he was content to ride it out. God can stop that situation right now. God can stop it. He can sprinkle whoopee dust on it. He can deliver it supernaturally instantaneous. He can change your condition right now. But sometimes he may want you to ride that storm out. Sometimes he may want you to walk that thing out by faith. By faith. And I've found that this is his primary means of deliverance. And primarily, he doesn't always sprinkle whoopee dust. He doesn't always deliver instantaneously. Oh, he does it a lot. But primarily, he desires that I walk it out by faith. Because for him, it's not about the destination as much as it is about the journey. He wants me to walk with him. He wants me to walk in the Spirit with him regarding that process. And so primarily, God works out our salvation with fear and trembling. It is a process. There's the process of salvation. Oh, one day you may get saved in this area of your life, but guess what? You still have some other outstanding areas of your life crying out for salvation. But your salvation process ends the way it begins. But now this is how he does it. He sends a word